Keeping you informed. This is In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS.
Hello and welcome to your WBDC and 18 WJTS In.form. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, and today we've got some very talented students in the studio with us today. We have Samuel Osterman and Oliver Helming here with us today. So welcome, guys. How are you doing today?
Thank you. Doing great.
Fantastic.
For sure.
Very good. So you guys are both in today to talk about the Jasper Performing Arts Club organization class. You guys are very theater inclined, which is very exciting to see. But you guys have an upcoming show to promote, Guys and Dolls, that's happening next weekend, November 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. So before we get into Guys and Dolls and all that fun stuff that you guys have been preparing for over the past few months, I'd say, what can you tell us, maybe, of course, remind us first and last name, what grade you guys are in, and maybe like what's your day look like as so far as Jasper High School students?
So my name is Samuel Osterman. I'm a senior at Jasper High School. I'm the president of the Jasper Performing Arts Club there at the high school. Senior year's been pretty fun. I've been spending a lot of time with my friend Oliver and Leo. We've got a lot of friends in theater. Theater takes up a lot of my school day, but outside of school, I have a couple personal projects I'm working on. I'm a Boy Scout. I'm working with my mother on some different things. Oliver?
My name is Oliver Helming, and I'm also a senior. My day typically involves, of course, school, working hard in class and out, of course, with theater and, like I said, academics.
Yes, and again, I've had the pleasure of getting to see you guys out and about in community events with various media things as well as theater. And Samuel, you've been in the news here lately, which is a good thing, and you've got a lot of fun projects going on, so it's very exciting to see. But without further ado, we're going to talk about Guys and Dolls, which again is next weekend. And so the Jasper Performing Arts Club, you guys put on a show in the fall and the spring, and you kind of do some performances in between. Is that right, Sam?
Yes. So we usually do 2 to 3 shows per year, as well as showcases is what we call them. So we usually do a major show in the fall or winter, and then another major show in the spring, and then occasionally we will have a student-run show as like a third show at the very end of the school year.
Right. And you guys, I mean, you're in your senior year now, but have you guys been participating in the theater program at Jasper since you started as freshmen?
I started my sophomore year, late sophomore year. I started with White Christmas. I started so late I had to start in backstage, and then after that I moved into onstage.
So I've been working with the theater since my freshman year. All 4 years I've been in the class and the club, and I was the one that actually invited Oliver to join.
Initiated.
Oh yeah.
Very exciting to hear. I know not too many years ago, I was also walking the halls at Jasper High School, and theater is very very intense. That group of people are in the theater program doing all of their stuff all the time. So once you're in, it is a full-time commitment, which is dutiful, because the performances that you guys put out are just spectacular, and that means a lot of rehearsals, a lot of hours in, a lot of set dressings and budgeting for those costumes and all of those things and whatnot. But can either of you tell us a little bit more about the show Guys and Dolls, like without spoiling it, without giving the show away? What do we need to know, especially for us who have never kind of heard of the show itself?
Well, so it's mainly based around some gamblers and some sinners and troublemakers and romance as well. That's really, I mean, really,
without giving it away.
Without giving much away. It's very exciting. I think it's a very, very entertaining show.
It's definitely an American classic, in my opinion. One of the more popular older musicals. There's a lot of very popular songs that you could recognize from it, like Luck Be a Lady, Fugue for Tin Horns, Sit Down, You're Rockin' the Boat, are just a couple examples. It's what genre of music would you say? Like pop, like old, really old
probably.
pop? I would say old pop. It's set in New York City. We've been putting a lot of emphasis on our sets to demonstrate the feel of New York City. It's a really cool set. And I'm excited for everyone to see it.
That's fantastic to hear. And again, for those who maybe didn't necessarily get it with the marketing, it is a musical, which Jasper is notorious for. But is there anything that you guys found challenging when kind of prepping for the musical, whether that's the set dressings or, dealing with various ensemble scenes or anything like that that you maybe weren't expecting? Or maybe on the opposite side, you guys found that a specific scene was super easy to pick up and you guys were able to have that down pat near the beginning of rehearsals, or like that kind of dynamic, because I know every theater person has a different perspective on these things because everybody's roles are different in this big of a production.
For the character that I'm playing, Sky Masterson, he was an extremely easy character to play for me. I think that my character matches his very well, and like getting my lines down and my music down was extremely easy for me for this show. I will say my lyrics for songs was probably a little bit difficult, but past that, it was honestly quite easy.
Interesting.
Yes. So I'm thinking that we are going pretty well with this show. I think that the theater has improved itself over the past few years I've been with it. We've got a couple different individuals that have taken lead in different areas. We've got someone, a student in charge of teaching music, another in charge of teaching dances. I was in charge of the sets. So there was a bunch of different hands working that made things a lot easier, but it also has got us to challenge each other for sure.
Right, and I would imagine you guys have a pretty strong group of theater kids. I think at least one of them, one of the more well-known names, she's been posting on TikTok with all these exciting things and rehearsals and stuff and whatnot. But again, with every show comes challenges and whatnot. Can you tell me, like, what size cast are we expecting? Because the theater shows, you guys try to include as many people as possible. And there are students also learning those behind-the-scenes roles of lights, sound, and all that stuff, right?
So we've got a pretty big crew working with us this year. We've got a whole bunch of new people, honestly, more new people than returnees, which is very interesting to see.
And rare.
And they're all super, super talented. We've got a bunch of new people working backstage, new lighting director, new sound director. So it's gonna be a good show with a lot of people for sure.
Yeah, and it's fantastic to hear that more kiddos are taking that leap, because with every single thing in life, it doesn't matter what it is, taking that first step is very intimidating and very hard, but having that confidence to do so is exciting. And to hear that you guys are learning how to do these various tasks and roles and jobs, and hopefully teaching each other how to do those so that we can continue to further the theater community, not only in Jasper, not only in DuBois County, but for all of Southern Indiana and wherever the heck you guys are going to end up going, because it can take you a lot of different places, which is very exciting. So let's talk about tickets. You guys are charging $10 for general admission tickets. So can you tell us maybe, or hint at where we can go buy tickets, or are there going to be tickets at the box office? How's that night of Dealio going to work out?
You can buy tickets online at ticketor.com, I believe, /JHS Performing Arts.
Yep.
Or you can also go to our Instagram, JHS Performing Arts as well. There'd be a link in our description for that. And you can also buy tickets there in walk-in, as long as they're not sold out.
Fair enough. And do you know how much the auditorium holds? Because that's going to be like a few hundred or two.
I believe it's 200 or 300.
Yeah, 200 or 300 near
Fair enough.
there somewhere. Yeah.
And then again, a reminder that this event, or these shows, are happening Thursday, November 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern, Friday, November 15th at 7, Saturday, November 16th at 7, and then the matinee on Sunday, November 17th at 2 p.m. So do you guys recommend people arrive a little bit early to make sure they get their seats?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
That's always a safe bet. But in order to make sure you get your tickets, go online. All you have to look up is Jasper High School Performing Arts Guys and Dolls on Google, and it comes up right away. So that's a good plus. Is there anything that you guys want maybe prospective theater goers to know, or maybe people who haven't gone to a Jasper show yet, about your show this season, or maybe some of the people that you've been practicing with? Just a lot of different, there's a lot of different facets. But if you were to tell somebody out there who has not yet experienced Jasper Performing Arts, what would it be, and what do we need to know?
We, as a whole, the club, are a family, and as a family, we like to have a lot of fun, and the whole point of you guys coming to see the show is to have fun. So that's honestly our ultimate goal. We've got a lot of great things lined up later this year as well, so it's gonna be a great year for sure.
Yes. Expect a riveting show. Expect to feel every element of the show, meaning lighting, audio, and acting. I expect it all. It's going to be great.
Expect it all. Well, that's a pretty tall order for only $10 a ticket, but I mean, that means it's worth it. And I will also say that, in charging admission fees, that's what is able to continue the Jasper Performing Arts Club programming and whatnot. Because again, it pays for those set builds and it pays for the costumes and all of these rights that you have to get and whatnot. So if you don't know where that money's going, it is going right back into the program, which is very exciting to hear and to see, honestly. Guys, you've got about a week left. You're going to put in those final touches and whatnot. We of course wish you the best of luck, break a leg, all that fun stuff. And I suppose if anyone wants more information or to, see the show, they have to come see you through the 14th or 17th.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You have been listening and watching your In.form program right here on 101 Country and 18 WJTS with the Jasper Performing Arts Club. Guys and Dolls is happening November 14th through the 17th. You can check it out online, get your tickets, or if they're available at the door, buy them there. And back to the music here on 101 Country WBDC.
This has been In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS. Catch past episodes on our social media pages and our websites. If it matters to you, it matters to us. In.form.